1. I choose people who are lazy to do a heavy job because lazy people will find an easy way to do it. 2. If being a nerd means that you are willing to learn things, and if you think that science and engineering have a great influence, I plead guilty. If your culture doesn't like nerds, you're in big trouble. 3. We all need people who will give us feedback. That's how we can develop. 4. From the very beginning our success was very much based on partnership. 5. I had a lot of dreams when I was a kid, and I think the best of it came from the fact that I had the opportunity to read a lot. 6. When we look to the next century, the people who will become leaders are those who are able to develop others. 7. Television is not real life. In real life, people have to leave the coffee shop and go to work. 8. Patience is the key to success. 9. Celebrating success is not a problem, but it is much more important to pay attention to the lessons learned from a failure. 10. Turning burgers upside down is not a job that is not dignified. Your grandparents have another sense of reversing burgers, they call them an opportunity. 11. Hope is the first-class form of truth. If people believe it, then those expectations are true. 12. From the very beginning our success has been heavily based on partnership. 13. We always overestimate the changes that will occur in the next 2 years and underestimate the changes that can occur in the next 10 years. Don't let yourself be lulled into inaction. 14. To win big, sometimes you have to take big risks anyway. 15. We have to spend a lot of money to change behavior. 16. From the mental cycle, I devote maybe 10% of it to thinking about business. Business is not that difficult. I wouldn't want to write that on my business card. 17. If you were born poor, it is not your fault, but if you die poor, it is your fault. 18. I failed several subjects during the exam, but my friend managed to pass them all. Now he is an engineer at Microsoft and I am the owner of Microsoft. 19. Do what you like and make it your job. 20. The openness of the younger generation to the realities of the world is a truly great thing. 21. The fundamental idea of the rich is to help the poor. I think it is important. 22. Your most unhappy customers are the main source for learning. 23. The world will not care about your self-esteem. The world will expect you to achieve something before you feel good about yourself. 24. Everyone is always afraid of change. Don't people feel afraid of electricity when new electricity is invented? 25. If you cannot make something good, at least make it look good. 26. Before we educate each child in a very fantastic way, before each city is cleaned, nothing else needs to be done. 27. I think it is fair to say that personal computers have become the most empowering tool we have ever created. A computer is a communication tool, a tool of creativity, and can be shaped by its users. 28. Be friendly to the nerds. Maybe one day you will work for one of them. 29. At Microsoft there are a lot of brilliant ideas but their image comes from the creators. I'm worried if this is not true. 30. Smart people across the company must have the power to drive an initiative. 31. The Wright brothers created the single greatest cultural force since the invention of the writing. The plane became the first World Wide Web to bring together people, languages, ideas and values. 32. Information technology and business become closely intertwined. I don't think anyone can talk about one meaningfully without talking about the other. 33. Often you have to rely on intuition. Now is a fantastic time to enter the business world, as business will change more in the next 10 years than it did 50 years ago. 34. We all need people who will respond. That's how we fix. 35. And one of the things I like the most in my work is that I am surrounded by people who also like to study. 36. If you cannot make it good, at least make it look good. 37. Since there is not enough time in the day, it is tempting to do two things at once. 38. If I hadn't given my money, I would have had more than anyone else on the planet. 39 If I had some idea of the finish line, wouldn't you think I would have gone through it many years ago? 40 If you think your teacher is tough, wait until you get the boss. He has no tenure.